Hello everyone! Welcome to my video on explaining quantum energy meditations. So I want to just go over the basics of understanding what quantum energy is, then we'll talk a little bit about how the body structure should be, and then a lot more about the different techniques. All right. So the basics of meditation is in quantum energy is to fully engage the body using quantum energy. And what quantum energy actually means in physics is it's defined as the minimum amount of any physical entity or physical property, such as your body, involved in an interaction. That's pretty simple, right? The energy is not transferred continuously though. It's in discrete little packets. So it's not like a circuitry board where there's one line just hitting one way. So these are almost like internet packages where it's been broken up, sent in different ways, and coming in. And so it's a quantum intertanglement, if you will. Now, it corresponds with the minimal amount of energy needed for a transition, and for meditational purposes, this includes intentions. So that is very important in our quantum energy meditations. And so in our quantum energy meditations, we're utilizing both the electronics and the magnetics that are within the body. And we do this in order to clear out densities and in order to create like a pureness within the body so that there is really good flowing energy within you. And it helps clear out physical, mental, etheric, and memory energy bodies. And it's done through multiple different techniques. And before we go into those techniques, I want you to understand the basics of the body composition. Many of us have been told many different things when we meditate. Close your eyes, don't close your eyes, put your head down, be in prayer, sit down in lotus, all the don't lay down. We've heard all the different things, but for quantum energy, for these purposes, we are bringing energy in and clearing any density out. So there are specific things that we want to do with the way our body is presented in this intention. So the head should slightly be elevated. Now, if this is straight for me, I'm just going to tilt it just a little bit. And most people in meditations, they've asked you to like bring your head down almost in what we would consider a prayer-like position. But when you elevate it, this creates an energy flow up, and then it also helps relax the pineal gland and connects into it. Then what you also want to do is on the tongue, you want to place it to relaxed style up to the tip top of your mouth, just behind the front of the teeth in a relaxed manner. This also helps connect into the pineal gland. It also creates an energy that connects with your higher soul self. So it's almost like a doorbell ringing, like, hey, it's time, come witness me, right? So the lips, interestingly enough, are also part of this. So you want it to be like a Mona Lisa smile. So this would be normal, just a little smile. This creates a positive ion release. It releases tiny molecules called neuropeptides, which actually helps you reduce stress. But once you start allowing those peptides to come in, it allows the neurotransmitters like dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins to be created, helping the body get into the proper positioning for meditation. And from the medical society, endorphins act like a mild pain reliever, whereas serotonin is like an antidepressant. Now, I'm not a medical professional, so seek out your doctors if you have any questions on those. And then also I want you to consider the spine. So the spine, some people have said allow it to have a little curvature to it, but we want it straight. So if you've heard of Kundalini energy and how it rises from the root chakra all the way up to the crown chakra, it needs to be in alignment and straight. And so when we do the quantum energy healing meditations, the chakras need to be aligned, and they're aligned based on the spine. So you'll want your spine to be in a straight up. And a lot of people say, you should not lay down. You should sit in the lotus position. You can lay down. There's just a concern that some people might fall asleep. So if this is something that you must be laying down in order to do, then maybe you pop your knees up, or just work on it more and more and more, and you'll get to a point where you're not falling asleep. You'll get to the end point of where you're trying to reach. So another topic is the crossing of the feet and arms. So I'll show you with my arms, but when you're accepting energy in through the hands and you're crossing them, so my right hand can receive energy, but it may go to not my right arm, but my left arm, because it's crossed, right? So that energy can flow in a unique, different way. Whereas if it's straight, it's just coming straight in, and it's kind of not focused on one side or the other. Because our right side is masculine and our left side is feminine. So if you have a lot of energy, of masculine energy, then crossing your legs, it may not help you as much to balance out. So when you have it coming into the same side, then that will help you balance those energies. So the hands, when you have your hands flat down on the thighs, whether you're laying down or sitting, it's flat down. That means that you're closing the energy within the body. So you're not accepting energy in through the hands, you're closing it off. And now you flip them over, you've got hands that are welcoming energy. So that's something to consider. And then also the fingers are very important. These are the mudras that we often see where people use different mudras for different intentions. I'll just go over a handful of them just to give you a sense of idea of what they mean. But every finger is a positive and negative, and the thumbs are neutral. So putting different fingers down is helping for different energy transitions. So first one I'll go over is the most popular one. It's the Gudra Mudra, the seal of knowledge. And it's the tip of the index finger and the thumb touching together. The other three fingers are straight. And again, if you've got him down, not receiving, one receiving, you can receive and give. So like if you want to give energy out, so that's something that you have like this. Otherwise, you just keep them out like this. And for the seal of knowledge, it stimulates wisdom, knowledge, receptivity, calmness, also expansion. So your conscious expanding. That's why it's the most popular, I believe. The next one I want to go over is Surya, or the Ravi Mudra. It's the seal of the sun of life. And this one you're taking the tip of the ring finger and touching together and holding the other three fingers straight. This revitalizes energy, nerve strength, and good health. Also helps with sexuality, nerve strength, intuition, and even change. So has a lot of helpful intentions in it. The next one is the Shandi Mudra. It's the seal of patience. That's the middle finger and the thumb touching together while the other three fingers are straight. And it promotes patient discernment, commitment. It's like the taskmaster if you taking responsibility. So it helps you get on your commitments, the courage to hold the duty, if you will. And then we have the Buddha Mudra, which is the seal of mental clarity. And this one you're touching the little finger and the thumb together. And this, and the other three fingers are straight. And this creates a capacity to clear and helps you intuitively communicate, stimulates psychic development, helps you connect with your spirit guides. It's about mental powers of communications. Then we have a really one I like to use is the Venus lock. And here you interlace the fingers. And if you are masculine identifying, then you want to interlace the fingers with the left fingers on the bottom and the right on top. So this is my left finger on the pinky on the bottom, and my left thumb is in the inner web of the interlacing. Now, if it's feminine identifying, we just do it the opposite way. And that allows for the right hand's pinky finger to be on the bottom and the right thumb to be within the interlacing. And this is very helpful with balancing the sexual energy, the granular balances, and the ability to concentrate. And the thumb is representing the ego, and the pinkies are representing the heart space. So when I said this was one of my favorite ones, it's because I'm focusing more of releasing my ego and living heart-based rather than ego-based. So it's a good one to incorporate. And the last one I think I'll do is the prayer mudra. The prayer mudra is the prana mudra, actually what it's called. It's the palms of both hands and fingers are completely touching, while the outer edge of the thumbs are placed within the sternum. And it's a tight fit, so it's not just relaxed up there, but it's pressed in there. And it neutralizes the positive side of the body. So the right side, like I said, is the masculine, and the left side is the feminine. And there's a science to using this prayer because it's the polarity within the body between the right side and left side. And when you put the hands together, you neutralize the positive and negative polarities of the electromagnetic field within the body. And this creates a neutral space. And the positions where the thumbs are right at the breastbone is a reflex point for the vagus nerve, and that's one of the major nerves that connects into the pineal gland, which is just a little bit below the crown of your head. And this pressure creates in the space during it immediately causes the pineal gland and the pituitary glands to secrete, which creates a resonance in the brain that resets its normal rhythm to a meditative state. And there's a lot of research on that, so you're welcome to go into that. But some of the research that I've seen is the vagus nerve has revealed that it's involved in their feelings of compassion and empathy, and therefore this mudra allows one's prayer to come from the heart. So I hope you enjoyed my video. So like and share and subscribe if you'd like, and I look forward to having more videos for you and helping you along your meditation journey. Namaste.